let's talk about coaches' hot seats? Something like that? Yeah. So let's talk about who's on the hot seat from coach's point of view, who's not on the hot seat, who's on the cold seats, and who's getting fired next. So this is coming in here from Bleacher Report, who posted this article. And starting off right away, they start off with the cold seat. And I'll tell you right now, is Zach Taylor on the hot seat? Yes, 100%. He's been for the last 3 years. Does that mean he's going to get fired? No. Does that mean that the Brown family is thinking about firing him? No. Is there any circumstance where he could get fired? Maybe? I feel like it would have to take like a 6-10 record or a 6-11 record or something like that. I don't think there's a scenario where he gets fired unless we suck next year. I think we go 9-8, which obviously is unacceptable and awful. I think he's still here. I don't think they're going to fire him. It is what it is. I think we're just going to forever be in that kind of situation. But freezing cold seats. Andy Reid, Nick Sirianni, Jim Harbaugh, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Sean Payton. John Harbaugh is not. There's no way. I know he signed a 3-year contract extension, but I mean, there's no way he's on a cold seat. I feel like he's not on the hot seat, but he's not on the cold seat. That guy could get fired eventually. Mike Tomlin's another guy where they extended him, but even Steelers fans, I've heard too many Ravens fans say that John Harbaugh, like they're on their kind of edge with him. And same thing with Mike Tomlin with the Steelers. So I don't say they're on a cold seat, but I think they're definitely, we'll see. Kevin O'Connell, Matt LaFleur. We have Dan Quinn, all on cold seats. So cold seat, in theory, would be you're not getting fired. Like, you are set. Excuse me. They like you in your current situation, whether that's in, your said team or they just like you, the fans like you. Almost going to sneeze. They like you where you are. You're set. You're not getting fired. There's not even a chance you're getting fired. Then we have the new cool seats. So these are new coaches who just joined their brand new teams. So we have Pete Carroll, Mike Vrabel, Ben Johnson, Brian Schottenheimer. I think he's already on the hot seat because no Cowboys fan wanted him. Liam Cohen, Aaron Glenn, and Kellen Moore. Then we got the room temperature seats. This is, you're not on the hot seat, but listen, you have a bad season and people are going to start talking. And that starts off with Dan Quinn, which I don't agree with that. I think Dan Quinn's on the cold seat. Dan Quinn is the heart and soul of that team. That man is the heart and soul of that Lion squad. Sean McDermott, okay. Mike McDaniel, he just became the coach too. D'Amico Ryans, Todd Bowles, Raheem Mostert, Brian Callahan. Are we there yet at Brian? I feel like Brian needs like another season. They don't even have a quarterback. But at the same time, Tennessee is going to expect some results sometime very soon. And if Brian doesn't produce, they're just going to move on. Which, it is what it is. It's a cutthroat business. It is what it is. Warm seats. Dave. Hold up. Is it Canales? I believe it's Canales. I don't know. I always butcher his name. Anyway, Jonathan Gannon, Mike Tomlin. I told you, Mike Tomlin. He's always on that hot seat. He's always on that hot seat. They don't like him in Pittsburgh. Everything I've heard from Steelers fans, they always blame him for their forever above 500, one and done in the playoffs scheme. Heated seats. Okay. Shane Steichen, Mike McDaniels, Zach Taylor. Is Taylor a good coach, or does he benefit from having one of the league's best quarterbacks in Joe Burrow to clean up all the messes? It's a fair question when you consider his 46-52-1 head coaching record. Also, with a healthy Joe Burrow playing at an elite level and wide receiver Jamar Chase winning the Triple Crown, the Bengals still missed the playoffs with a 9-8 record last season. Sure, you can blame Cincinnati's below-average defense, but a good coach must find ways to win games with high-level offensive talent, especially if this is an area of expertise. Okay, you can blame the defense of why we went 9-8 last year. But you also got to look at the fact we had the Ravens. We were up by 10 points twice on the Ravens. Twice. 2 times we were up 10 points. The first time we let them come back was when we fumbled the ball with Zach Moss on the 15-yard line. That let them back in the game. Obviously, at the end, our defense, it is what it is. But we had the ball back, okay, in overtime. The first game, we had the ball back in overtime the first game, and we could have went down the field, scored a touchdown, and won the game. We ran the ball 3 times and missed a snap and lost the game. That's on Zach Taylor. That's play calling right there. That is play calling right there. You don't run the ball 3 times there. You throw the ball. You try to get yards. You try to make it at least an easier kick, or you try to just go down the field and win the game. If we win that game versus the Ravens and we don't run the ball 3 times and miss a snap, we're in the playoffs. Yeah, second time we played the Ravens, same concept. You win any of those games. You win the the Chargers game where we had 2 game-winning kicks. If Zach Taylor calls a better offense and we go down and score a touchdown on any of those 2 kicking drives, we win the game, we're in the playoffs. There's a lot of games that you can look at and say, yes, it's our defense last year. There's a lot of games where key situations is where Zach Taylor really fails. He fails at coaching in the clutch. And those clutch situations would have put us in the playoffs. So it is definitely a problem of our defense. I'm not saying it's not. Obviously, our defense sucked last year. But it was also a problem of key situations. Blazing hot seats. Kevin Stefanski, Brian Dable, and that's actually it. Okay. I mean, I don't disagree with these. I think that pretty much Zach Taylor his job is as secure as Mike Brown wants it to be. And the fact is, no matter what really happens, I don't think he's going to get fired. I don't think so. I think he'll stay. And the sad part is, I would love him as a coach if he just didn't call offense. If we had an actual offensive coordinator who knew what the hell he was doing, we got an actual GM in here who knew what the hell he was doing and had a good drafting record as well, I think we would be so much in a better situation. But that's just not how the cookie crumbles. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions.